What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by Autobahn. My name is Martin and this is Huub's Audi TTRS Roadster. We have added a little sound to this car. Well, we already did with the Venturi intake, but now we have upgraded the downpipe. Let's take a moment of silence for our fallen friend OPF. It's gone. So that means we have a bit more sound, so it still looks the same as it did last time. We haven't done a review with this car because we thought, okay, it's just a bit too stockish to review it. Now we have the Venturi and the FI exhaust 200 cell downpipe. It's a completely different animal and it's really worthy of reviewing in this beautiful, gorgeous convertible weather. So we have these 20-inch Audi Quattro sport wheel design with wrapped around that Pirelli P0s. 255 section front tire. We have the steel brakes. You can get carbon ceramics as an optional extra. At the rear, it's also a 255, so it's 255 square. As you can see, an Audi sport wheel. And I love the look of the TTRS. It's not the most dynamic vehicle, so I don't mind the fact that it's a roadster, because it has never been the baby Audi R8 people wanted it to be, I think. So what you do get is that beautiful 5-cylinder and all the pedigree that comes with it, dating back to the magical 80s and 90s for Audi and Rally Sport, and the 5-cylinder of course. But this is one of the later TTRSs, so that means it had a OPF filter, which it now doesn't have anymore thanks to the FI exhaust downpipe. We have the stock back box in place because it's just really good. It really has the amazing ability to be exhilarating and comfortable at the same time because of the valve, so that's really good. Let's check out the engine, that magical 2.5 liter 5-cylinder, the Daza engine. So if you get one of these TTRSs, you always have the Daza engine. With the RS3, you really have to go for the facelifted model of this generation. Beautiful with the Venturi intake. Just look at how massive that intake surface actually is. So even with just the Venturi, we already gained like 15 horsepower and it was 0.2 of a second quicker from 100 to 200. We back-to-back tested that. Now, thanks to Tuning Service Huizen, the best place in the Netherlands to bring your 5-cylinder, it now has 492 horsepower and 600 Newton meters, coming from 400 horsepower and 480 Newton meters. A massive difference. So we really should have a way faster car than stock, which we're going to test on the Autobahn, of course. So the FI exhaust downpipe, it is a tough job with this. So with our BMWs, it's always really easy. You just swap them and it's maybe a 2-hour job. But with these Audis, you have to tilt the subframe, do all kinds of really tricky stuff, which is why we thought, we're not going to do that. Let's go to a Audi TT specialist, which is why we went to Bonger's Audi TT specialist. They installed the downpipe for us and it is just a lovely place where you're just swallowed into the paradise of the first TT, the second and this third generation. I really love a good specialist and Bonger's really is the Audi TT specialist. That's that. You can get all these upgrades in our shop and we ship worldwide, so that's not an issue. Let's get driving. So Tuning Service Huizen installed their new 4-stage system onto this car, and it also features map switching, which I'll show you in a minute, and a fail-safe. So if the system detects a faulty injector or the petrol not being up to level, it will automatically, in the blink of an eye, it will switch back to a safer map so you won't damage your engine, which is an awesome feature. I just love that. So you get this little box right here, which you can plug into your OBD port right here. GT innovation, and it's like an MHD for the Volkswagen Audi group platform. I mean, MHD is the big platform for BMW models. This really is that for Audi and all its models, and Volkswagen, Skoda, everything. So go to the website of Tuning Service where you can see what's available for your car. Link is in the description, and I'll show you how it works. You have 4 preset maps like stock, little tune, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. So you just hold down the cruise control button, and if you don't have cruise control, it'll be a different combination. And then, you know, I'm in 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you can see, even the RPM gets adjusted, the rev limiter, for each map. How insane is that? Really, really, this system boggles my mind. Love the fact that the Audi and Volkswagen scene is up to level because of this. So we're in map 3, that's the 492 horsepower we measured at Tuning Service on their dyno, and it should do 490, so it was spot on. Beautiful sound from that 5-cylinder. Because of that FI exhaust 200 cell downpipe, so it's with a catalytic converter. It's not a decat system, so you don't have any of the smell, you do have the sound. This for me is the perfect compromise between comfort, performance and sound. So we're already in dynamic mode. I'm going to switch the DSG, which also has been flashed, to a stage 2 into manual mode. Go for sport ESP settings. Switch down a gear or 7, 6. Little pop. Oh, that feels very different, and I love the fact that in this fog it's like an angry animal, you know, no one knows where it's really coming from. Oh, fantastic sound, really. Power delivery is really like the OEM configuration. Yeah, that's the downpipe talking. You also have that Venturi blow-off sound because of the intake. Just fantastic. So the power delivery feels really fluent, really natural. Really progressive. We don't have an upgrade intercooler. If we would have done that, it would have made over 500 horsepower. But I think these 490 are like the sweet spot for this car. It doesn't get unsettled. It's the right amount of power. I think stock with 400 horsepower, it's a little underpowered, I feel like. Okay, we're going to close up the roof, which is super quick with these. Really convenient system. There we go, that was it already. Turn on. Sorry about that. Oh, fantastic. So as I said in the beginning of this video, the TTRS isn't the most dynamic vehicle. It doesn't have the dynamics of like a Porsche 70. It doesn't have the dynamics of a Porsche 718 or even a BMW Z4. But it's really what Audi does best, making a fast, comfortable car that sounds awesome, goes awesome. And that extra like 500 RPM you get because of the system, they sound so good. At that point, after 7,000 RPM, it really gets that like half a V10 howl in there. Really awesome. So 100 to 200 stock with this car, we did a 10-second run. With just the Venturi, 9.8 seconds. With this stage 2 tune, we got a 7.8. So that's 2 seconds faster, which is insane. Fun fact, this convertible, this Roadster, is now faster than a 458 Ferrari Spider. For me, that's whoa. So we don't have an upgrade intercooler, which is always a bit of an Achilles heel with Audi models. But you know, it's 7 degrees outside, it's a little foggy, and those circumstances are just perfect for a turbocharged engine. So it really likes doing this in these conditions. It is a little foggy out today, so visibility isn't perfect to do massive speeds, but let's see if we can squeeze out another run before we cross the border. That was an example of the very limited capabilities of the suspension of the TTRS. As I said, it's not really a dynamic vehicle, this. The fact that it's an RS simply means it looks awesome, sounds awesome, goes awesome, but handling, not really. So that was it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this review of the Audi TTRS Roadster with Venturi intake and FI exhaust downpipe. Both of these you can get in our store. Links are in the description, as is the link to Tuning Service Huizen. And thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you at the next one. Bye, guys.